Sylvie went to the gilded oval mirror hanging on the wall and checked her appearance. Perfect. Her raven hair was pulled back from her face, covered in neutral-toned foundation and lipstick to match her dark brown skin. She straightened the hem of her sleeveless royal blue peplum top and smoothed a hand down the front of the canary trousers before stalking over to the desk. She didn't really care what Oscar thought, but still wanted to look her best. "Send him in." Sylvie stood behind the desk, posed with a hand on her hip, and took a slow breath, quietly easing air into her lungs as she awaited her ex-husband's entrance. Oscar entered slowly, dressed in black loafers, jeans, and a dark pullover. His eyes took in the bright room, sun-drenched from the windows covered with sheer drapes at her back, highlighting the white, tan, and splashes of pale rose that filled the expansive room. The patch of gray hair over his right temple hinted at his age, a man in his 50s. His mother was Brazilian, his father African-American. Some recognized his Latin roots, others mistook the curly hair and swarthy skin for someone of Middle Eastern descent. He was the kind of person who did his own thing, and didn't care what other people thought. One of the many reasons she'd been attracted to him in the first place. He'd been so different from the well-mannered young men she knew that he'd immediately intrigued her. But right now, Sylvie was not intrigued. In fact, she was annoyed, because he had disrupted her day. "You need to shave," she told him, casting a disparaging eye at the shadow of whiskers that covered his chin and jaw. "And a haircut," she added silently, critically assessing the loose curls on his head. Her eyes avoided the hint of chest hair revealed by the 3 open buttons on his shirt, and she kept her body still to combat the faint flutter of warmth that seeped into her chest at the untamed virility of his appearance. Oscar rubbed his palm across the hairs on his jaw, peppered with gray. "I'm my own man. I can do what I want. Have been able to do what I've wanted for 15 glorious years." He sent a tight smile in her direction. He crossed his arms over his chest, revealing defined biceps. According to the children, he stayed in shape by regularly going out on his boat. It was obvious he spent a lot of time out there. His face was weathered and sun-kissed from being out in the sun, but he was still very much the young man she had fallen in love with a sparkle to his dark brown eyes, and quite handsome. And she wished she hadn't noticed. Her nostrils flared. "What do you want?" "I came to extend an olive branch." He came further into the room, and the skin on Sylvie's neck tightened upon his approach. "Why?" she asked. "No need to sound suspicious. I'm worried about our children, and I want to talk to you about them. Mind if I sit?" "I'm very busy." He dropped into the chair in front of the desk and crossed an ankle over his knee. "Excuse me, but what are you doing?" Sylvie asked. "Have a seat, Sylvie, and let's talk." "Why should I talk to you?" "Because the only thing you love more than money is our children. They're the only good thing that came out of our marriage. Wouldn't you agree?" The barb sent a razor-sharp pain through her chest, and Sylvie dropped her gaze to the glass-topped desk. Regrouping, she compressed her lips and recovered, steeling herself for the conversation with her ex. She coolly looked at Oscar. "I agree. They're the only good thing." She sat down across from him.